Kids don't forget.
Kids don't forget.
You kids don't forget.
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 Kids don't forget. Kids don't forget.
Shanell, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Happy to see you. Now, did I say your name correctly? What is the correct pronunciation of your name?
Shanell.
Shanell, okay. Has it ever been mispronounced?
Yes.
What have you got?
I knew it one time. I got Shanell, Chantel, Shanell.
Right.
Let's see. Sherelle.
Really?
Yeah, I got a whole lot of
And what's the correct spelling?
Shanell. I put it on everything. I got it tatted on me. I got it in my earrings. So I can't get it wrong.
What were some of your nicknames growing up?
Nelly, Nell, Chanel. That's it.
Okay, interesting. So where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm born and raised in Camden, Parkside. Parkside.
Okay, you're from the Parkside section of Camden, New Jersey. Got it. How would you describe your neighborhood growing up? And do you claim a specific block, by the way?
Yep, Langham, L block, all the way.
Okay.
700 block, Langham Avenue. It was family oriented. Everybody knew everybody on my block growing up. You knew that person lived down there with her grandkids, that person lived right there with their grandkids. Everybody grew up around the same area. Everybody, parent looked out for everybody. It wasn't no beef, no BS. It was everybody was united, everybody was a family.
Okay. So from a safety level, we talk about Camden, how did you feel?
Honestly, I felt more safe in Camden than any other place anywhere.
Okay.
I can literally walk from downtown to Parkside and don't feel like I'm in no type of danger.
Okay.
And even though it was more danger probably back then than it is now because it was less police really giving a darn.
Okay.
But I didn't care.
You're like, I'm in the hood, I'm straight.
Yeah, I was like, this is my hood. Like, I'm from Camden. Like,
Right.
I didn't really see the danger. It was just, this is my hood. This is where I grew up at.
So when you from a specific area, you don't really realize what, like, say,
how much danger is outside. You don't see it. You
Right.
like, this is normal to me.
Right.
Oh, somebody got their car stolen. That's normal. That's just every day. That's not nothing new.
Right. Okay. Did you grow up with both parents?
No, I grew up in a house with my mom and my grandma, mostly.
Okay.
My dad lived wherever he lived.
Right.
Whoever he lived with.
How often did you see him?
My dad was in and out of jail my entire life.
Okay.
From what I can remember.
Okay.
He'd be in jail, out of jail, in jail, out of jail.
So with that being said, did you have any type of relationship with him?
Yeah, when he was out of jail, we was together all the time. We would spend time together, we went places, we did everything. I went to his house, he picked me up, all that. But when he was in jail, it was like years or probably months that I went without seeing my dad.
Got it. Did you write him or talk to him in jail, or did he like not want you to see him?
No offense, Mom, but yeah, she was a bitter baby mom. no offense, but I know I didn't get to write my dad. No, I didn't get to go. Only time I went to go see him was like literally, I probably can remember like 15 years old.
Okay.
If not, probably earlier than that. I was in my teens.
So you were a teenager when you went to go see him?
When I actually really went to go actually see him in jail, and it wasn't from my mom. It was like my aunt or my uncle. Somebody took me, but it wasn't like my mom was like, "Come on, let's go see your dad." No.
Do you remember that experience of going to the jail? What was it like?
Because me and my dad had a conversation about it like a year later.
Okay.
Like, because he didn't never want his kids to see him. I mean, we knew where he was at.
Right.
As a parent, you don't want your kid to come to a place where you technically did something bad to be there.
Right.
So he didn't really want us to come. So we had a conversation about it, but it was just like, all right, he was there. He was there most of my life. So like, I don't care.
What was your relationship like with your mom? What's your mom's name, by the way?
My mom's name is Jeannie.
Shout out to Miss Jeannie.
Mm-hmm.
What was your relationship like with her growing up?
Me and mom, we had a cool relationship. The typical mom-daughter relationship, you know, once you get to a certain age, you and your parents start to be, whether it be the boy with the dad or the mom with the daughter, y'all y'all clash. So I mean, we had a good relationship growing up. We live better by ourselves. I've learned that over the years.
Okay.
So, me and my mom had a good relationship until now we have a better one. Now we live far apart.
Got it. The fact that your dad was in and out of jail, do you, like, looking back, do you think that affected you at all?
Yeah, because he wasn't there enough for me to have a male role model in my life to know the do's and the don'ts of what to expect from a man or what to not accept from a man. He wasn't
Okay.
there enough for me to even really teach me that. Like, when he was there, it was like I already was establishing like relationships with males for you to try to tell me what not to expect instead of instilling it in me when I'm younger.
Okay.
Because he wasn't around that much when I was younger.
Okay. So you feel like it kind of affected your choice in men as you
Yeah,
got
of
older?
course. Of course.
Meaning you kind of gravitated towards what type of guys?
Dudes that's in jail, dudes that really don't got nothing going on, just typical people that's not really good for me.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
basically what I gravitated to.
Okay. Were you an only child growing up?
Nope. I have 3 brothers. I'm the only girl, but I'm not the only child.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest on my mom and the youngest on my dad. So I have an older brother on my dad's side.
So if you're 10 years old, how old is your older brother?
14.
14, okay. Okay. How old are the rest of your siblings?
If I'm 10, my other brother is 6.
6.
And
okay.
then my last brother wasn't even born yet.
Wasn't even born.
No.
So you got to be like 15. If you're 15.
Then my youngest brother was born because he was born my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
So
he
we're
was like
literally
1.
15 years apart.
Right.
Literally
Right.
15 years apart.
Okay. And then you have another brother right under
In
you.
the middle, yes, my middle brother. And
How-
we're 4 years apart.
Okay, so he's 11 if you're 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
So what was that like? What was that like growing up with? You're the only girl.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm
What
the
was
only
that
girl.
like? What was that like?
It's still hard. To this day, me being 33 years old, it still be hard to be the only girl.
Okay.
But it has its perks because now I get what I want. Nobody can tell me no because I'm the only girl. You can't tell me no. Like, you can't do it.
So what was hard about it?
Because they're overprotective. Like, you can't
Okay.
go nowhere, you can't do nothing, don't talk to nobody, don't go, like, it was like, yo, I had to, like, literally sneak away from my brothers,
Right.
even to this day at 33 with my own 2 kids.
They see
They
any
literally
dude,
call
any
me
guy
up and
talking to
bully
you.
me, like, I'm like, oh, wait, grown over here.
Right.
This is grown people business at this house. But,
So they was ready to murder dudes. Anybody
yeah,
who
like,
say hi to
they
you.
really are, like, yeah.
Overprotective.
Yeah, they really are overprotective.
Did you wind up becoming a parent yourself?
Yes, I have 2 daughters. One is 11 and one is 8.
Okay. So, like, you know the way that your parents raised you because you were there, right? Now that you're a parent yourself, what would you say are some of the similarities and differences between your parents' parenting styles and your own?
I have a little bit of both. Like I said, my dad was in and out of jail, but when he was home, he basically gave me anything I wanted. I couldn't do no wrong in his eyes. It was never a no. So that's where I picked that up for them. Like my kids, they don't really know the meaning of the word no.
Okay.
They don't know the meaning of the word punishment. I clearly just told you before the interview, my daughter's on punishment. She's over there with a cell phone. So they don't know the word punish. They don't understand it. They don't, because I don't never be stern to it. But my mom was the one that was stern, so I'll be trying to pick up her traits about, all right, I gotta stick to my guns, they gonna run over me.
Okay.
But it don't work that way. Like, it don't work that way. So, but I picked up a little bit of parenting from both of them. Like, I'm easygoing as far as my kids, as far as giving them what they want, like my dad did me, but I try to be as stern as my mom because she was technically the only parent for the majority of my life.
Okay. I bet you don't remember all the schools you went to growing up.
So, I went to ECDC, which is Early Childhood Development Center, which was like preschool.
Preschool, okay.
I went to Forest Hill,
where
it's
is
located
ECDC?
in Camden, New Jersey.
In Parkside?
Yes.
Okay.
In Parkside and Camden, New Jersey.
Okay.
And I went to Forest Hill, which is also located in Parkside and Camden, New Jersey.
Okay.
I went there for a couple of years.
So from kindergarten to about 3rd or 4th grade?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went to a school. Around there is when like my mom and my stepdad like got a little bit more close. So I was back and forth between Jersey and Philly. So
Okay.
after like probably third or second grade, I moved to Philly.
Okay.
And I lived in West Philly for a couple of years. I can't, for the life of me, remember the name of the school I went to and graduated 5th grade from, but I
So
did.
what was that like? Was that a culture shock moving from Camden to Philly, or was it like
You know,
exactly the same?
It was exactly, well, it was a culture shock because it wasn't as family oriented.
Okay.
Like, you figure, I grew up in a block where I knew who my neighbor was. I can literally go to her house and say, yo, let me get some, or my mom didn't cook dinner, so I can go over her house and go eat dinner.
Right.
Where over Philly, you're like, I'm not going to people's house. I don't know people like that.
Right.
And then they won't speak to you. They will just keep on walking.
Okay.
So it was like different for me because I'm like, well, I'm used to being able to go across the street to my aunt's house to go get something to eat, down the street to my cousin's house to go get a meal, maybe
Right.
a couple houses down to my other cousin's house to get something to eat. Where now I don't know nobody.
Right.
So I can't go nowhere to get nothing.
So what was that like?
It was hard because I really wanted to come back home. It was like, I don't know nobody over here. It's just me.
Okay.
And then my little brother was smaller, so he didn't really.
So it was literally just you.
It was literally just me, and I had
Right.
to adjust to all these new people, all these new surroundings in this whole new state.
Okay, got you. So you were in West Philly, right? And you wound up finishing elementary school in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I graduated 5th grade in Philly, and then
Okay.
moved back to Camden
Okay,
after that. And I went to a charter school
okay,
called Camden Promise, and it was located in the Kramer Hills section of Camden.
okay.
And we
What grades did you do Camden Promise?
6th and 7th
So this was your first charter school?
ever.
So for somebody who's watching, describe the differences between a public school and a charter school since you've been to both.
In a public school, it's way too many kids confined to a classroom
Okay,
per teacher.
at least in the inner city.
Yeah, at least
Right.
in the inner city, because you figure it's
Average
30
class
plus
size is like 30.
kids to one teacher. And in charter school, there may still be an average class size of 30 kids, but there may be 2 to 3 teachers
Really? 2 to 3 teachers in one class?
in one class, and they don't separate the kids as far as if you have a learning disability. You're not separated. You're in like regular school with the kids, but they'll just pull you out to help you out. Where in public school, they feel like you got a learning disability, they're gonna put you in a class with people that really are mentally challenged. And it's like you basically
Right.
dumbing yourself down.
Right.
Instead of them trying to help you get to the level where you need to be.
Oh, so they keep you,
They
keep
basically
everybody mixed
keep
in.
you mixed in, so you don't feel like you're outside of the group.
Got it.
Like where you don't feel like you're outside. Maybe you might have a mental problem, but in a charter school, they don't make you feel like that.
Okay.
They don't separate you and put you in a classroom with only three people.
Right.
They put you in, you're still in that classroom with those 30 kids, but
So they don't pull the quote
they'll just
special ed
take,
kids
yeah,
out.
they'll just take you because you might need a little bit more extra help, and they might just take you to the side, but you're still in the classroom with all your same friends. You're not in the classroom with just like a regular, like 5 people.
Right,
Where like
right.
they got helmets on or like crazy stuff.
Right,
so.
right. Do you feel like the charter school is better funded?
Yeah, of course. Both of my kids go to charter school, and when I say that funding is like absolutely the bomb, when I tell you like my daughter first year, they literally gave me a whole book collection. Like I filled my entire 5-shelf bookcase with books just from the school in one school year.
Wow.
And these weren't used books from a library. These wasn't books that was tore apart and wrote in. These were brand new books straight off the press.
Okay, got
So,
it. Got it.
and these were funded by. They were funded by the state.
Okay, okay.
So, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend public schools. I'd rather like my kids to be in charter schools, being as though I've been able to experience both. I've always recommended charter schools for everybody.
Because you were there and you
I was
kinda-
there to be able to see the difference in education. When I was in charter school, even as my years went on, when I came back from charter school back to Camden, stuff that they were doing in my grade level, I had already did a year and a half prior.
Okay.
So I was like grades above these kids that are just learning this and are struggling with it, where I already knew it 2 years ago.
So how does that work for you though? So if the rest of the
I'm
class is
bored.
behind, you're bored out
I'm
of your
bored
mind.
because I'm like, well, I already did this.
And do you
I
start
passed
getting in
it.
trouble or?
No, I ain't never really get in trouble. I never was like a troublemaker. I would just sit there. I probably talked a lot. That's it. I talk a lot.
So you mentioned you did 6th and 7th at Camden Charter.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with 8th grade?
8th grade is when my mom and my stepdad bought a house and I moved to Northeast Philly.
Northeast Philly, okay.
Yeah, which was like the McGee part of Philly.
Okay.
Like McGee area. And I went to a school over there from 8th grade, which is called Gilbert Spruance.
Okay.
And I went there my 8th grade year and graduated with them. And that school was like another culture shock, being as though that's not where I'm from. I'm from Camden, where we only see predominantly black and Hispanic students.
Right.
We might get a mix of a white student here and there, but we like, where you come from? You're
Right.
not from here?
Right.
But in Northeast Philly, I'm in school with Indians, I'm in school with Palestinians, I'm in school with black people, white people, Asians, Koreans, Filipino. I'm getting a little bit of everybody.
Right.
All mixed into one school.
Now, was this a charter school, a public
No,
school?
it's actually a public school in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. But it wasn't in the inner city.
No, well, I mean, technically can't call Northeast Philly the inner city.
So compare to Northeast Philly public school to charter school.
It's about the same.
It's about the same. Okay.
They offer the same exact thing, 2 teachers for a classroom. They even offer extracurricular activities that an actual public school and even Camden doesn't offer.
Oh, so you agree that it's probably an economic issue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it.
Public
And
school could be a great thing if you
yeah,
got if it's
you
well
got the
funded.
funding, if you got the funding of people that's not going half the students and take half of the money on what they want to spend it on and actually put it back into the school district.
Okay, got it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of these kids will get way further in life.